The new Audi RS Q e-tron E2. Lighter, more aerodynamic and more efficient than ever before.
I think the car looks more sporty. It's a little bit more, how to say, race car.
As you know, our new concept last year was already reliable. We could concentrate for this season on the overall efficiency of the car. So therefore we reduced the weight of the car.
It has a completely new body with significantly better aerodynamics, helping to lower both the weight and the center of gravity of the prototype. The total weight could be reduced to a minimum value of 2,100 kilograms.
So for sure, I feel the weight, the car is a little bit lighter, but what I feel more for me, it's acceleration of the car. So I feel the car more free, like if there is no resistance at all, we are able to touch the top speed more quick.
You can see it directly on the car. The overall surfaces were much reduced. On the front bonnet, it's now a fully integrated aero device with all the ducts and all the openings. So therefore the part is really lightweight.
Additional surfaces on the sides at the rear have all been removed, making it much lighter. The aerodynamic concept under the bonnet is also new.
On the side, we reduced a lot the surfaces. The elephant foot was reduced completely.
This allowed the designers to save further weight and optimize the airflow. The overall aerodynamic drag is thus reduced by around 15%. In terms of top speed, however, nothing has changed. It remains limited to 170 kilometers an hour.
I will say I'm quite comfortable inside the car. The climate is working better, the visibility is better.
So we do some small thing inside the cockpit, just ergonomic different things. For the seat also, it's just a bit more adjust to our body, to the switch also on the dashboard is a better position. So it's only a small detail, but for us it will be really more easy to be in the car.
Another sticking point, the serviceability of the Audi RS Q e-tron has been made much easier.
When they need to change the spare wheel, on this one it's just one pin you need to remove, then they can directly exchange the tire.
The new 10-spoke rims are also significantly more grippy.
So for sure, my first feeling when I saw for the first time the project, I said, wow, it's a really ambitious project, but it will be not easy, you know, to do a race at the middle of the desert with electric engine, powertrain, will be complicated. But after the first test, and for sure after the first Dakar, we saw the level of and also the potential of the car, and also the potential of the team. And now we are for sure really confident. For sure the bigger achievement was to be able to race the more difficult race in the world with this kind of car. And yeah, because you know Dakar, it's a long race, it's around 2 weeks, but also every day we need to do a minimum of between 600 and 1,000 kilometers without pit stop. This is really complicated, and to be able to manage this situation with electric powertrain no pit stop was really complicated. And what the people from Audi Sport thought was really a good idea, and for me it was a big achievement is to be able to do it, just to do it. Last year when we saw the first car, I was really surprised about the design. It's really futurist. But now, when I saw the second evolution, I said, wow, it's again one more step, more in the future. Really design, really more the car looks more light, and it is lighter for sure. But I was really surprised about the capacity of the designer to do something again better. So the biggest change for me, it's that I feel the car lighter or the car more free, especially between not at the beginning of the acceleration, but more after 100 kilometers. So I know that the guys from Audi Sport did a lot of work on the aerodynamic side, and I think this is this effect. Now the car looks more free, and we are able to touch the top speed really quick compared than before. I think that the goal for all the Audi drivers is now to win the next Dakar. We know that the challenge is never easy, but for sure our goal is try to win the Dakar. Yes, sure. Last year when we started to develop the car, it was really complicated at the beginning, and we were really late due to the timing. But this year we had the same months. We were not completely ready for sure, but it's completely different compared last year. And yeah, I hope that we will have enough time. For sure, enough time we will have, but it will be okay to be ready for the Rally of Morocco. But for sure, it's nothing compared last year. For where we are now, it's really we are more ready than last year. Mental, there is nothing. Since I started my career, you know, I'm really focused to try to win a race, and I don't need a mental coach or something like that. But for sure, I try to do a sport, not every day, but every week for sure, 3 times minimum on the week. And after September, I will push it a bit more. So it means that it will be 5 times sport during the week. But also I need to spend the time with a steering wheel or with handlebar, with motorcycle, to do some activities with the speed. Because we do not a lot of races. It's planned to do a Rally of Morocco. The test also is not too much, so we need to do more training with the motorsport. So the next Dakar will be a little bit more long than last year. Also, it will be more stop at the middle of the stage, so we need to be more ready, physically ready. So for sure, the preparation will be more around the endurance sport, so long distance. For me, it means to do more bicycle, for example, but not 2 hours. It will be a bicycle for 6 hours, long distance. And also, when we know that we are ready, all the team is ready, it's really more confident for everybody. So mentally, we are ready. We know that everything is running well, and it's really more comfortable for everybody. Yes, last year it was to be integrated in the team. It was easy, but for sure 1 year later it's more easy. We are trust in each other, and also it's more easy to communicate all together. We know exactly the people doing this job, and this job, so it's really more direct when we need something, and more comfortable again for everybody. Last year I was surprised, but this year it was more effect was bigger, you know, because I saw, yeah, last year it was really beautiful car, but this year I said, how is possible to do something better? And now the designer did a crazy job. The car looks really more light, more smooth, more on the, yeah, I was really surprised. It's really a design of the future with a racing car, so it's really incredible. So for sure I feel the way the car is a little bit lighter, but what I feel more for me, it's acceleration of the car. So it means that when we start to accelerate and to be at more than 100 kilometers, I feel the car more free, like if there is no resistance at all. And at the end, we are able to touch the top speed more quickly. And it's really good because all the acceleration, we can win some second, and it will be really interesting. So the more complicated step was to build the car last year, and now they took a time to do a good job in all the small details. So for sure there is aerodynamic side, weight is really important, but also a lot of small detail that will be more easy for everybody to work on the car, to be inside the cockpit. Everything is really clean, and it's a crazy job. When you check the car, the first time it's okay, it's approximately the same inside, but no, it's completely different. And we spend a lot of energy for that, and I hope that the small detail will do the difference. For me, the main improvement that we need to do is concerning the durability. At the end, I think that we have a good performance with the car, but we need to be really perfect concerning the durability, because the key factor to win the Dakar is never stop. never stop for a technical problem. So this is now what we need to do. It's a lot of kilometers during the test, and to improve the fiability, the durability of the car. So we do some small thing inside the cockpit, just ergonomic different things for the window, for the mirror, for the seat also. It's just a little bit more adjust to our body. To the switch also on the dashboard is the better position. On the seat position, like I say, for the angle of view from the seat is a little bit better. So it's only a small detail, but for us it will be really more easy to be in the car.
The RS Q e-tron.
Yeah, well, obviously a nice car, nice looking car. I think the car has been redefined in a good way. Car is more compact to drive also. Team has been working on the weight and trying to reduce a little bit the weight. Not easy because we are talking an electrical power unit with batteries, with a lot of elements for engines. So it's really a hard job. It has been really a hard job to reduce the weight, but luckily we have been able, and the car is nice to drive. We didn't have any problem, and so far so good. So quite happy. When you always see a new car, it's nice, it's nice, especially a nice looking car, and this is a nice looking car. Last year car has a lot of personality. It was quite new, but again, Audi surprised me, and I think it will surprise everybody with this redefine of the car. So really nice looking, more tidy, more compact. I like it. Not really much. Same powertrain, very similar to drive, same philosophy, just redefine areas that probably was a little bit too complicated to work in the car, or working in a little bit in the weight distribution. Redefine a concept that was already good, that was already working well last year, and just trying to improve it. So driver, we keep always trying to understand better the car. You try always to improve the car. You try always to work in the suspension to make the car more to your liking, to make the car faster. That means you can push a little bit more. And this is the work we do normally when we test together with the team. We try. We are here. We need to be here. Which way you can get it there? Which way we can improve the car? And small detail, of course, at the beginning it's easier to bring the car from here to here because it's a long way, but when the car is already in a good level, it's not anymore so easy to improve the car. This is our wish, to try to win. I think we will have to wait a few months, but we are confident we can present a strong competition, a strong challenge to the winners, which is Toyota. With this concept, it's already a very important challenge, to have a car that can do the Dakar with this type of electrical engine, with the batteries, with the thermal engine to recharge. It's a very complicated system. It's a high tech. It's a lot of effort involved. But we believe that, especially in this second year, we can try to win. We can fight for the victory. It's too early to know. It is a step forward, that is clear, but we cannot judge. Unfortunately, we need to wait still for the balance of performance, or whatever you want to call it, depending how much power we have. We are heavier than our competitors, that we know. Also by the regulations, something difficult to understand, because at the end, we should all have same power, same weight, and then let the best win. This is how competition is, and personally I'm not happy about that, but this is the way it is. The start of preparation has been good. All the experience from last year was really good to start, as I said, really in a good level, and that makes much more easier for the driver, for the team. We know we can do a lot of kilometers straight away, no problems, no major issues, and that is a very good help. When last year in this period we were really struggling to put all together. The engineers has really a lot of work. This year has been much more smoother, and the starting level has been much higher. Great. The areas are very simple. We all know about it, those, let's say, main goals. First one is reliability, which is very important. To win, first you need to finish, and this is an area that the team they know very well. Already last year car was reliable, and we believe this year car should be even more reliable and give us less problem. That is why we are testing now. And the second big topic is obviously trying to make the car faster than last year, try to make the car easier to drive, try to make the car more predictable, more to our liking, and also having more time to work in the suspension. We can probably adapt the car a little bit better to all conditions. Okay. I will say I'm quite comfortable inside the car. The climate is working better, the visibility is better, so it's not a big issue regarding the driving position or regarding the things around the driver and the co-driver. So this is something that we cannot complain. All is fine, and we are ready to keep working and to keep testing. And we would like to now. The next step will be to go to Morocco test. And I think it's a good area where we can start to feel really difference from last year. Obviously, our aim is to participate in that rally and then try to prove how this new car is working in action against the others. We are still in the process. I want to believe that we start last year something very special, which is try to be the first manufacturer to win the Dakar with an electrified engine and electric powertrain. Very ambitious project, very challenging project, and I will say now I am a little bit more confident we can achieve it, but it's still going to be very hard. I will say we are in a better position, obviously, than last year, because if not, it will be not the right direction, but still a long way. It will require a lot of effort from everybody, but I like those big challenges, and this is a huge challenge, and I'm happy to participate, and I'm happy that a couple of years ago I took the decisions to join Audi to make part and to be part of this adventure and this great challenge. So we are in our way. The goals is very simple at this stage. Last year we managed to win stages to show good speed. The goal this year is to try to beat everybody, to try to win. But as I said before, we need to wait and see at the end what is what is this balance of performance, or what power we get at the end. I think the car is going to be a solid car, it's going to be a reliable car, so a lot will depend on that. Let's wait and see. We are much better prepared than last year. We cannot compare at this state of last year. There were so many question marks, so many difficulties in the project, on the timing, on making the car working for those extreme conditions. But now this year we are starting absolutely from different point. We are as a drivers, or me as a driver at least, much more comfortable, and yeah, I'm happy to start now this new car, this second year, and really looking for the rest of the year, the testing, the Morocco, everything. But we are better prepared.
Great.
Physically, obviously, I'm in a good shape, I will say, but obviously since when September is coming is when I make the big push for arriving to the Dakar in my best possible physical condition. Mentally, I'm happy. When you see the new car and you drive the new car, that makes you happy. So in that way, no problem at all. So hopefully we can keep our physical condition well during the summer, during September, October, and make a big push to arrive in the best possible way to the Dakar next year. This is one of the things that I'm sure why the team is going to be stronger this year, because the team knows what are we facing. The team knows each other much better. We know the engineers, we know the mechanics, we know everybody much better, and I'm sure we are going to work together very good, very well, and this has to be one of the strengths of this team. Last year we didn't have a really good beginning in the race, and we saw how we all together managed to come back to win stages, not only myself, Stefan. Of course, I think now we know each other much better. To win, you need to be all together. The fact that we have been working and attacking the Dakar last year together, it will make us stronger. I think we saw already last year that we are a good team. We can recover from difficulties. Last year was difficult beginning of the race, but we come together. We managed to win stages. Not only myself, Matthias, Stefan, everybody, and I think we work together in a good way, and we need to keep that spirit. It's the only way to win the Dakar.
I think the car looks more sporty. It's a little bit more, how to say, race car, sharper edges, and I think the aerodynamics speaks for its own. It's always nice to develop something that is already good, because this year's Dakar we've seen that the car was competitive and reliable, and just to try and squeeze even more performance out of it, it's a big pleasure. For this time of year is a lot of training, yes, basic endurance strength to just keep all the body alive, so to say, and just waiting for the months to come before the rally, where we then will train a bit harder and then also have a bit of relax before we go there. I think the biggest impression is how tight the time schedule was. Everything was just in time, and then once going to the first stages to see where the performance was and to get the first results. The curiosity of wanting to know before you know, and then once the rally was going, I think everybody realized that we are competitive, and then it was a lot of fun. And knowing the team members is always nice, and especially when you're staying together for so long. And I think now for the second try we go there, it will be also a bit more relaxed for the entire team. I mean, Emil and myself, we were there already once, but many were there the first time. So especially the team from Audi Sport have been new to Dakar. So I think generally it will be doing a lot of similar things, but probably with 10 rate of heartbeat lower. Yeah, for me it was the first Dakar in a real car, and I learned a lot, especially when it comes to the high-speed sections and even more navigation, and me and Emil, we are collecting every day more experience. So I think you would say we learned a lot, but nothing really in specific. So it's just collecting all those kilometers to become more comfortable in going at that pace. I think to change things, it's very difficult. You just have to fine-tune what is already in place. And when it comes to details, you know, it's just a lot of details. And most of them details are something you have to just discuss with the team. What makes more sense to do, what pays off in performance, or what is just nice to have that you're more comfortable. I've learned a lot, and in general it's a lot of details. I mean, the big things we knew already, so it's more to fine-tune all the details together to in the end get a very good result out of the rally. But again, for being there the second time, we still have a lot to learn, of course, but mainly it's a lot of details. There's not much big things. It's again, I think we had most of the things were in place already at the first try. When again it comes down to detail, if I could sleep better, if I could eat better, you know, there's many small things that in the end will make a difference if we go there and win the rally or not. So keeping the energy high over the rally is one key, and now the rally is a little bit longer than last year. So yeah, let's hope for that all the details we are thinking of is good enough. I think Dakar will always be special because it's so long and it's the hardest rally on the planet. And when you're there and you're driving, you also find out why. So I would say the length and is the biggest one. I want to go together with Emil and make a Dakar where we can show our best performance. That means try to do good navigation, good driving, and then we will take the result that comes out of that. So we are still rookies in the car category, and we're staying very humble, and we will do our preparation, our hard work, and hopefully it will lead to something good.
First of all, it was to get reliability, because without reliability you will never succeed on the Dakar. And the second thing is then performance. So in 2022 we were already quite good with the performance. We had some issues on reliability, which we cured, I can tell you, very quickly in the first 5 days, but obviously that the result was not anymore there. We could only show partially results on daily victories, which was good, but at the end, the result at the end counts, and that was the most important thing. I think for the next one, obviously, we have to be better. It's quite a lot more than actually we thought after the first Dakar. Because the regulation changes. So we have to adapt the car to a lot of new things on the regulation. We reduce power, then we have to reduce weight, we have to see where we are with the overall package, and that makes it difficult for us as well to see what is the difference from the old car to the new car, to predict roughly where you are. The goal is still the same. Now we know where we have to fine-tune to get more reliability out of the car. But it was not a reliability out of new technology, and that was nice. So the new technology was really running perfect. It was the old technology where we had problems, and that's what we cured during the first months, and now we have to test it and to see where we are with all of this. I think the working together was really good on the Dakar. It was one team working together. Yes, we see that we have to improve on some areas, it was especially timing things. Now, in the second year, working together, the team is formed, everybody knows what he has to do, which makes it much more easy. Especially bringing so many people on the first Dakar, or whether it's their first Dakar, that is super difficult, and you have to explain a lot. We did some sessions before, we gave them as much as possible information, and during the Dakar we mixed the teams, that it was really that everybody had someone who can talk to and ask, and that was a major thing. Now you have got people have gone, most of them, I think, nearly everybody has been on the Dakar who is going on the next Dakar, and that helps. Basically on the first Dakar, obviously we had a lot of newcomers to it. And those newcomers, yes, they got the sessions before where we explained everything, but there's still things which are completely new to everybody, or to all of them. But it worked quite well. We gave basically, everybody had one person or two person he could ask, and then after a couple of days it was really like, it was worked clockwise, so this is, I have to say, was no problem. And for the next year, it will probably be even better, because most of the people who have been on the Dakar with us will be again. And that obviously helps. As more Dakars you do, as more easy it is for everybody.